He mocked the bread seller. But years later, she returned as his boss. The Lagos sun was merciless that afternoon. Traffic stood still. Bus conductors shouted, "Ojulegba! CMS!" Street vendors weaved through the cars, balancing trays and hope on their heads. Among them was Zainab, only 22, her skin glowing with sweat and struggle. She moved from car to car, selling bread with a tired smile. Fresh ajit bread. Soft bread. Just 400 Nigerian nairas. Her tray was almost empty when the blast of an SUV horn startled her. She turned and a black Range Rover splashed muddy water across her skirt. Laughter erupted from inside. Kelvin, her former classmate, leaned out the window wearing sunglasses and arrogance. "Kelvin, Zainab. Still selling bread? Wow. I thought you'd be managing something by now." Zainab, forcing a smile, "We all have different journeys." Kelvin, "Some journeys are just backward." His friends laughed. The SUV sped off, leaving Zainab covered in mud and shame. For a moment she froze, tears mixed with rainwater. Then she knelt, quietly picking her bread, one by one. A bus conductor nearby muttered, "People know they fear God. No small word, oh." She looked up at the sky and whispered, "Ya Allah, if this is my test, give me the strength to pass it." The screen fades to black. Soft narration begins. The ones they mock today may be the ones they'll answer to tomorrow. Zainab lived in a one-room apartment in Ajij with her widowed mother. Her father had died of high blood pressure when their shop was demolished years ago. Since then, Zainab became the provider. Each morning before dawn, she baked loaves at a neighbor's oven, then sold them till dusk. At night, she studied with the glow of her old techno phone, watching videos on business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. She wrote her goals on the wall with charcoal. 1. Open a bakery. 2. Send mama for treatment. 3. Build a name that matters. Her mother often said, "Zainab, you don't rest. You'll fall sick one day." "If I rest now, mama," she'd reply softly, "we'll never rise." One stormy afternoon, the clouds cracked open. Zainab rushed to take shelter at a petrol station. A silver Mercedes stopped beside her, the driver, a woman in her 50s, struggling with a flat tire. Dozens of people walked past, ignoring her. But Zainab, drenched and shivering, stepped forward. "Auntie, let me help you." "No, my dear, you'll spoil your clothes. They're already wet, Ma." She knelt, changed the tire, and smiled the entire time. The woman stared in surprise. "What's your name, young lady?" "Zainab, Ma." "And what do you do?" "I sell bread. But I dream of owning a bakery." The woman laughed kindly. "You're not just selling bread, you're selling courage." She gave Zainab her card. "Mrs. Adesowa Bello, CEO of Golden Crust Foods. Come see me on Monday. I like your spirit." That night, Zainab cried on her prayer mat. "God, if this is your open door, I'll walk through it barefoot." Monday morning. Zainab, wearing her best Ankara gown, walked into Golden Crust office, nervous, excited, hopeful. Mrs. Adesowa smiled. "I like punctual people. You'll start as my assistant. Learn everything." Zainab worked harder than anyone else. She took notes at meetings, observed how deals were made, stayed behind to study sales charts. Soon she became the favorite of the staff, humble, intelligent, always smiling. Mrs. Adesowa treated her like a daughter. Years passed. Zainab completed business school on scholarship. Then, with small savings and her mentor's blessing, she started her own bakery brand, Sunrise Foods Nigeria Ltd. At first, it was a small container shop with one oven and 2 employees. But she poured her soul into every loaf. One morning, a viral post showed her bread at a supermarket with the caption, "The softest bread in Lagos, made by a former street seller." Orders flooded in. In 3 years, she became one of Nigeria's youngest female CEOs in the food sector. Life was sweet, but fate wasn't done. During a business summit in Victoria Island, Zainab ran into Kelvin again. He was shocked to see her sitting beside major investors. He smiled awkwardly, pretending to remember her. Oh. Zainab. Long time. Yes, Mr. Kelvin. Very long. His company, Royal Loaf Bakery, was struggling. Later that month, Zainab's firm received a proposal. Royal Loaf wanted an investor or buyer. Mrs. Adesowa laughed when she saw the name. Royal Loaf. Isn't that the man who mocked you once? Yes, Ma. But now, we'll save his bread from burning. The deal was approved. Sunrise Foods officially acquired Royal Loaf. At Eco Towers, executives gathered. Kelvin walked into the boardroom, confident, until he saw her. Zainab sat at the head of the table, calm, poised, elegant in a cream suit. Behind her, the large LED screen displayed. Sunrise Foods acquires Royal Loaf Limited. Kelvin, you're the CEO. Zainab, smiling, we all have different journeys, remember? Kelvin, Zainab, I didn't mean those things I said back then. Zainab, it's fine. You were right about one thing. Some people were born to serve, but I just didn't realize I was born to serve bread at boardrooms, not bus stops. The room erupted in laughter. Kelvin's face fell. But she stood and shook his hand politely. This isn't revenge. It's redemption, for both of us. She offered him a managerial role under her new community project for struggling entrepreneurs. That act of grace stunned everyone. A week later, Kelvin visited her office. Zainab, I don't deserve your kindness. You could have destroyed me. I didn't rise to destroy anyone, she replied gently. I rose to prove that faith and hard work can change a person's story. As he left, she looked out the window at the bustling streets below and whispered. The same Lagos that mocked me now buys my bread. What a God. Months later, Zainab visited her old neighborhood. Children ran after her car shouting, Auntie CEO. Auntie Bread. She laughed, remembering her barefoot days. Then she saw a little boy carrying a bread tray, struggling under the hot sun. She stopped her car and waved him over. How much for all your bread? Nigerian Naira 7,000, Auntie. She handed him 50,000 Nigerian Nairas. Keep the change, and promise me you'll stay in school. He nodded, wide-eyed. She gave him an envelope that read, From one bread seller to another, dream higher. The camera pans upward to the golden sky. Zainab's voice fades in. Never mock a hustler. The same hands that sell bread today may sign your salary tomorrow.